Well, you don't mind me saying so. I say the opposite. I think William is a man who's not in a hurry. I don't think he wants to be king soon. I think he is not that keen on all the different aspects of the monarchy. It's about Harry and Meghan part two. There's so
Ah,
much has happened in the last 5 years. No, my prediction is that Harry is terrified by the stripping of Andrew's title
mm.
and told Meghan in no uncertain terms that once it's King William, they could well all lose their title and lose everything.
What about Meghan and Harry? Because there are reports that Prince Harry, Meghan Markle, and their children could be set to lose their royal titles if and when Prince William becomes monarch.
Royal biographer Tom Bower just dropped a bombshell that should have Harry and Meghan losing sleep in their Montecito mansion. This isn't speculation or tabloid gossip. Bower, the man who spent decades investigating the royals and written definitive biographies on everyone from Prince Charles to Meghan herself, is stating it plainly. Prince William will strip the Sussexes of their royal titles the moment he becomes king. Not might, not could, will. And according to Bower's sources, Harry is absolutely terrified because he's watched exactly what happened to his uncle Andrew when the palace finally decided enough was enough. The blueprint is already laid out, and it's playing out in real time. In late 2025, King Charles made a historic move that sent shockwaves through the royal family. Prince Andrew was stripped of his prince title and his Duke of York designation, becoming the first royal to lose titles in over a century since World War I. Andrew was forced out of the Royal Lodge, lost his HRH styling, had all his military honors yanked, and was essentially exiled from royal life.
The right thing to do. I mean, the point was that we'd always criticized Charles for being hesitant and backing away from controversy, but I don't think it was Charles's decision in the end. I mean, it was technically, but of course he was forced into it, most likely by Prince William. I think Camilla also said this can't carry on.
His reputation is in tatters, his career is over, and his legacy is destroyed. All of this happened under Charles, who many critics view as far too soft on his younger brother. Harry watched every single step of Andrew's dismantling, and he knows exactly what's waiting for him. The difference? William won't be soft, William won't hesitate, and William won't care about family feelings when it comes to protecting the crown. Tom Bower's prediction carries serious weight, and that's what makes this so chilling. This is a man who doesn't make careless claims. His biography of Meghan, titled Revenge, contained revelations that proved accurate and prophetic. He's got sources deep inside William's circle, and what they're telling him is unanimous. Bower explains that William views stripping Harry and Meghan of their titles.
That Tom Bower is also getting into one of the reasons that he wants to leave the USA is because after the Andrew scandal, Harry is now fearful of what is coming for him.
As the only way to accomplish three critical objectives. First, to save Harry from further trouble by removing the royal platform he keeps abusing. Second, to get revenge for the years of lies, betrayals, and public humiliation the Sussexes have inflicted on his family. And third, most importantly, to actually save the monarchy itself. William cannot afford to have the Sussexes sitting in California, still using royal titles, still in the line of succession, constantly challenging him and undermining the crown. Bower adds one more crucial detail that seals the deal. Kate won't tolerate it either. The future queen will not allow Harry and Meghan to continue this circus once she has any say in the matter. But here's where things get really interesting. Harry's life in America is collapsing on every front.
Well, Meghan herself.
And Meghan herself.
In the months before she met Harry, was setting up paparazzi pictures in London. She now acts as if the paparazzi are literally the devil incarnate.
She begged the paparazzi to photograph her, and they wouldn't. And when they did, she says, "Oh, I don't want to, I'm hurt." And that ridiculous story about how they first met, the whole thing was a tissue of inaccuracies, to be polite.
Well, because what do you make of that? Because as you know, Harry was always very insistent,
making those royal titles more valuable to him than ever. Netflix just released Meghan's lifestyle show, With Love, Meghan, and it's been an absolute disaster. The series pulled in only 5.3 million views and ranked a humiliating 383rd on Netflix's charts. For context, that's below reruns of obscure reality shows nobody remembers. Her American Riviera Orchard brand has been rebranded to as ever after trademark nightmares and legal battles she couldn't win. The Spotify deal is dead after executives literally called them grifters on the record. Netflix executives are reportedly skeptical about renewing their contract when it expires.
Very aggressive PR for the Sussexes, got way beyond herself because she really doesn't understand the British royal family or Britain, but understands how to project her clients. And so I think she got it wrong by leaking it or even letting anyone know about it.
Multiple reports describe Harry and Meghan as difficult bosses with sky-high staff turnover. Former employees have gone public with horror stories about working for the couple. Their commercial ventures are failing spectacularly, their celebrity status is evaporating, and their entire brand depends on one thing: those royal titles and the connection to the institution they publicly trash. So what exactly will they lose when William acts? The Duke and Duchess of Sussex titles will be gone immediately. Their HRH styling, which they're already banned from using but reportedly violate anyway, will be formally stripped. Their positions in the line of succession could be removed through an act of parliament. Their children's prince and princess titles could be revoked or simply allowed to fade into irrelevance. Any remaining financial support would end. Invitations to family events would cease entirely. William can act through letters patent, which is essentially a royal decree that doesn't require public debate. For some aspects, parliamentary approval would be needed, but William would have public support behind him. Reports suggest this could happen in the early days of William's reign, framed as necessary modernization and reform. The monarchy streamlining itself for the future. But not everyone agrees this is a done deal, and that's where the tension builds. Some royal experts argue William won't go through with it because stripping titles would look petty and vindictive. They say it would create more drama and headlines, which is exactly what William wants to avoid. Others insist it's inevitable, and that William is quietly building support among advisors and key figures in Parliament. William recently told Eugene Levy during a public appearance that he doesn't fear change, which some interpreted as a subtle message about his willingness to break from tradition. There are also reports circulating that William views the Sussex brand as already worthless, suggesting he might not even bother with the titles because Harry and Meghan have already destroyed their own credibility. The conflicting narratives create this fascinating uncertainty. Is William playing the long game, waiting for the perfect moment? Or is he genuinely undecided, weighing the pros and cons? Here's what might push William over the edge. Meghan allegedly agreed during the 2020 Sandringham summit not to use her HRH title for commercial purposes. That was part of the deal when they stepped back from royal duties. But reports have surfaced claiming she's been using it anyway, quietly leveraging the royal connection for business ventures and networking. This gives William the perfect justification for formal stripping. It's not vindictive if she violated the agreement. It's enforcement. Kate is reportedly particularly upset about the title abuse because it makes a mockery of the standards working royals are held to. Every time Meghan uses that connection to sell jam or promote a Netflix show, it cheapens what Kate and William work to uphold. That personal element matters because William takes his wife's feelings seriously, and Kate's influence on these decisions shouldn't be underestimated. Meanwhile, Harry is making desperate moves that reveal just how scared he is. He's been trying to reconnect with the royal family while Charles is still alive, making overtures about being willing to step in for royal duties if needed. Tom Bower finds this delusional. Nobody wants him back doing anything official, and the fact that Harry even thinks he might be called upon shows how disconnected from reality he's become. Harry is also planning to use the Invictus Games rehearsals as a rehabilitation vehicle, trying to generate positive publicity and milk his royal credentials. It won't work. The British public sees through it. William sees through it. Even the Invictus Games organization is being ridiculed for its association with the Sussexes, with commenters calling for the games to distance themselves before their reputation is completely destroyed. Harry's clock is ticking. While Charles is still king, there's a sliver of hope for reconciliation, for funding, for maintaining some connection. Once William takes the throne, that window slams shut permanently. The writing is on the wall, and it's written in bold letters. Harry and Meghan are racing against time, and every commercial failure makes those royal titles more valuable to their survival. Without those titles, Meghan becomes a former cable television actress who married into a family, caused chaos, and left. That's not a marketable brand. That's a cautionary tale. Harry becomes a prince who abandoned his duties, wrote a tell-all memoir trashing his relatives, and burned every bridge back home. William is learning from his father's soft approach and appears ready to make the hard decisions Charles avoided. He's got 3 children who will inherit this mess if he doesn't clean it up now. George, Charlotte, and Louis deserve a monarchy free from the constant Sussex drama. William won't saddle his kids with the burden of dealing with Uncle Harry's grievances and Aunt Meghan's business ventures. The future of the monarchy is colliding with family loyalty, and William is choosing the institution every single time. Their entire royal identity, everything they've traded on for years, could vanish the moment William is crowned. The Andrew precedent is set. The public demand is clear. The future king's intentions, according to Tom Bower, are known. British public sentiment couldn't be more obvious, with comments overwhelmingly demanding title removal. And there's absolutely nothing the Sussexes can do to stop what's coming.